I remember we was doing this every week. We was talking about how trash these teams were. And like this shit was like actually a good year for football. Like if you don't like what's going on in football, I don't really know what else to tell you. It's been nice. I mean, it's a shame we had to be gone for so long, but you know, at the end of the day, when dudes want to go other routes, we got my dog Dalen. He gonna pick up the slack and take care of us. So
You know,
shout out to
you already
him,
know,
the new executive director of film is art.
because people want to come on here and rap. Look at him. He trying to show up. Oh my God. Oh.
Now the talk been. I done had my place taken. I done been overthrown. But what's going on? Y'all thought I was dead?
Appreciate you got
Y'all thought we was dead? Y'all thought it was over? Yeah, I ran up 20,000 streams. I did. Yeah, I did it. And we still here. And we You watch yourself. By the way. Mind you, the gentleman in the Thrasher shirt did the vocal recordings on the album, so you're part of this too, buddy. I'm not the only one to blame.
He used AI and didn't pay me.
I didn't pay you?
He used AI and didn't pay me.
Welcome back to the 100 Yards of Context podcast, everybody. I'm Arti, obviously, the executive director of Film is Art. We got Cam, defensive line scout. We got Dalen, defensive back guru. Man, what y'all boys been on, man? It's been so long. We talk in the group chat every day, by the way. It's been so long since y'all seen us all together. What y'all boys been on?
Shit, trying to get some money, man. I mean, the bills don't stop. You know, trying to get better footing so that we can get back to making this content for y'all. The more stable we get, the more content you gonna get. So, and that's our word, that's our promise. So that's all we trying to do right now.
No, bro, I mean, it's just that simple. The most stable that we get, the most stable we get, the more income we got coming in, the more love that everybody show. Y'all gonna see us around more often. It's that simple. You know, there's a little bit of off year last year, but at the same time, some of us are still working. A lot of us is like still working. We were still working. Just life came up, but now we back at it, and we coming back stronger than ever. Just know that we come back stronger than ever.
Yeah, I mean, they said it to a T. Last year, obviously, we weren't as active as we normally are during the draft cycle, the draft season. Part of that, blame goes on me. I did release my debut album, Diary of a Hill Black Man. But we still did our own homework individually. Hayden did a great job releasing the Ashton Genty film session. It's currently sitting at like 2.3 thousand views, something like that. I don't know. So shout out to Hayden for that. But we're back. There isn't any more distractions, any more, drop a video here or there. No, we're back and we're here to stay. The next time I record an album, we'll have a plan for that. And shoot, I'll even still be popping in and doing videos while I'm recording as well. But anything else going on with you guys in your lives right now you want to inform the people on? Anything that you guys accomplished? I know I accomplished a lot during our hiatus that you want to fill the people in on.
Not much other than, I mean, obviously, I got a promotion at work, so now we graduated college
too,
first.
right?
Yeah, graduated
Yeah,
college.
good for that.
IT, and then got a big boy job. So now we just stacking up the paper, and we running it up. It's that simple. We running it up,
What was
bro.
that? What was that you said, Cam? What was that you said?
That what?
Nah, bro, you said something. I saw your mouth move. What'd you say?
Nah, I said chat. Don't y'all agree? Like, it's cool that he got his degree and stuff like that. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Let's have to make sure.
Knowledge is power.
And allegedly, Cause right, I'm gonna let Cam go, and then I'm gonna say what I accomplished. But go ahead, Cam.
I mean, I ain't really done much. I made a little bit more money this year. I mean, last year than the year before. So slight improvement. That's all we can ask for in life. But other than that, no, I just been working. Ready to get back to work on my second job, which is film as art, scouting these edges. That's all I'm looking forward to right now.
Heard. Yeah, so obviously I accomplished a lot. Dropped my debut album, Diary of a Hill Black Man. Also became a manager at AT&T. So not to pat my own back, but did accomplish a lot and grateful for all the
Skimmer.
wins during this time off. We'll talk about scamming as we get through this draft season for sure. Because there's a lot of players that scamming scouts for sure. There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
scamming going on in college football right now, and we'll get to
Oh
it in
yeah.
later podcasts for sure. But yeah, let's get right to it, y'all. It's been a while, so I guess we're trying to shake off the rust, I guess. So let's start by just talking about what's been going on in the NFL, the big boy league. This past season has been let's just say hard um to watch for all three of us.
Yeah, nah.
What takeaways, what thoughts do you have on the past 2025 NFL season, and how do we think that will shape this 2026 NFL draft?
I mean, overall, I mean, honestly, obviously, individually for us, our teams naturally it was kind of hard because two of the probably worst defenses in the league by a mile, and it ain't close. Watching your quarterback try to carry your team and still fall short, even coming to, like I said, well, if y'all haven't, I encourage y'all to go watch that Steelers and Ravens game. That was probably one of the best Steelers and Ravens games I've watched in years. Um, Watching Lamar put on his cape and literally carry that team just for them to blow it again is just at this point in time, you can't. We all know the narrative should shift around Lamar. It has nothing to do with Lamar. We can't say, "Oh, Lamar's trash." Bro, we watched him put on a cape and throw two bombs, and literally the kicker sells him. Like, come on, dog. This has been the story of Lamar Jackson's career. Same thing with Dak. Dak puts on a cape every season. He had to put up 40 to beat the Giants early in week two. Has to come back down 21-0 to beat Philly. Now, granted, that's more, of a team fault than it is necessarily all on the defense, but had to overcome the fact that the defense was the worst defense I've personally ever watched in my life. Um, yeah, it's definitely been one for us individually, but overall for the league product, it's been a little shaky because it depends on the narratives, especially around like quarterbacks like Bo Nix. At least everybody's starting to wake up on Jalen Hurts, but the narratives on quarterbacks like Bo Nix is getting real spooky. Um, like I said, shout out Hayden, he the Chargers fan, but good lord, watching Justin Herbert get beat up behind that atrocious offensive line. I don't even know how they made the playoffs. I don't even know how they won games. I ain't gonna lie. They literally ranked, I think, 31st and 32nd in run blocking and pass blocking. It was awful. I don't know how Justin Herbert
The
won any
line was
games.
so bad, the quarterback got his hand broken.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how
it was
bad the line
atrocious.
was.
And when they played the Cowboys, he still didn't get sacked. He didn't get sacked at all. So that's how bad it's been. But overall, like I said, the seasons honestly has been one of the more entertaining seasons to watch. Uh, and it makes a better league product, and it makes 2026 more exciting to watch as well.
Yeah, I mean, just quick little piggybacking off what he said. Just I'll mainly wax poetic about my team. The only thing that was just weird, obviously, we were bad. No sugarcoating it. It was just kind of the off the field stuff that was just. It was like, all right, it's getting a little too messy now. First things first, Namdi. Regardless of whether you could step back on the field or not, I appreciate everything you've done as a Raven. Please get well soon. I know you've been contemplating retirement with that neck injury. Do what you need to do is best for you. But as far as random narratives like that hit piece, that's the one that really bothered me. That hit piece from the Baltimore Sun where they're quote unquote exposing Lamar for his bad work ethic. I just find it too convenient. I just find it too convenient that out of nowhere when things aren't going right now it's a hit piece on Lamar. And then even before that, I believe there was another one specifically targeting Todd Monken. And it's like, come on, man. It's just too many things adding up that's just weird. Did Todd have his best year? No. But nobody on this team had their best year. So for everyone to try to just keep trying to find one person to pin it on when it's just a amalgamation of bad decisions from us not being able to develop an edge rusher to save our lives. We haven't had a phenomenal edge since I talked about it in the Discord with them. We haven't had a phenomenal edge since T Sizzle.
Damn.
Think about how long ago that is.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So it's stuff like that is lame. We had two terrorists at the guard spot, and then we just refused to. we just refused to try to rotate in our third round rookie, and again, okay, cool. You don't want to play him because he's young, but then when people ask you questions, and I'm talking about you, the man formerly known as John Harbaugh. First off, when we start this off, I have an immense amount of respect for you. I appreciate everything you've done for us. But when people are asking certain things, like even Keaton Mitchell, like, oh yeah, why are we using Keaton Mitchell more? And then you gave that response. You gave, well, uh, it's kind of hard to write up plays for him. What? The national media, like we know about Daniel being iffy and pass pro for a while, but even the national media is like, hey, bro, what's going on? Are we gonna give somebody else a shot? Well, he still gives us our best chance to win. I'm not saying to, disrespect, like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that boy garbage. Like, nah, I'm not saying that, but to give like these smart aleck responses, it's like that's not helping anything. You gotta do and show through your actions. And then some of the don't even get me started on that Patriots game. But it just all led up to why you unfortunately got let go. It just got too much. It just got too messy. And the Ravens, they're not really trying to have all of that going on. Do they do some interesting things? Absolutely. I mean, we can go back to the draft and broach that topic, but I don't know. That was my thing when it came to just the season. I mean, I accepted the fact that our defense wasn't going to get any better and nobody could save it. So that's why, like, my resolve. Oh, it's been for a while. Like, I'm not even hurt that we didn't make the playoffs. I'm great because I got the result that I wanted.
um, um, for me, I'm not even gonna speak on the team down in Texas because I don't have anything to say about them. What I will say and what I will talk about is this was a very interesting year as far as teams falling into the playoffs and falling out. Right. First off, so many injuries this year. Malik Neighbors gone for the year. Garrett Wilson gone for the year. Daniel Jones popped his Achilles. Nick Bosa gone for the year. Fred Warner gone for the year. So many players that had positive impact on their teams in 2024 did not even play half the season in 2025. You had the Giants who played 3 quarterbacks in one season. Brian Daboll got fired halfway through the season. There was just so much that went on this year. But the one thing that really stood into me, like I said previously, is teams falling in and falling out of the playoffs. Right? You had the Indianapolis Colts, who, mind you, traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. Not one, two. Daniel Jones pops his Achilles, and they have to call old man Philip Rivers, who's 44 years old, to come play quarterback for them.
Coitus man.
Then you have the Carolina Panthers, who started the year off, 6-4, Cam?
I believe so.
They literally went win-loss to end the season. They lost their last game to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And because the Raheem Morris, formerly, led Falcons beat the Saints, they made the playoffs. Something's got to be done about the playoff format. This is getting ridiculous. There's no way the 8-9 Panthers should have a home playoff game when they literally back their way into the playoffs. I'm fine for division leaders still, winning and getting into the playoffs. What I have a problem with is there's no way that the Panthers should be at home versus the Rams. I feel like if you're a division winner, you should qualify for the playoffs, but the playoff seeding should be based on overall conference record.
I mean,
Because the
to be
NFC
fair
South is a shit show.
I mean, it is, and it has been for some years. But to be fair to the Panthers, I mean, they beat the Rams. They beat the Rams at home. The Panthers were a weird team because they were beating like hot teams. They're beating good teams, and they were losing to like teams that you probably expected them to beat. I don't know. The Panther season was very weird. I mean, overall, we know how it's
They
going
was
to
doing
end.
the
They
Mike
probably going to end up
Tomlin.
losing in the first round to the Rams anyway. There's an off chance they could beat them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, they beat them in season, so I don't know. I don't even freaking know. But I mean, if I'm a Panthers fan, I mean, obviously, it's been a long time since they've been at least quality enough to fight for a playoff spot. So that's good. That's always good. And, Bryce looks better and looks a little bit more confident. The offense looks like they finally have an identity. But I mean, that defense is very inconsistent from time to time. I don't know. Literally the Panthers, I don't even know what you think about them. Just, it's literally that whole season is just a question mark. I don't know. I'm not. I genuinely just do not
They're
know.
the team. They're the team that really defines the NFL season, right? You had, and I guess I'll talk about my team now. You had the Dallas Cowboys go 7-9-1. Now, mind you, like Dalen said, the Cowboys absolutely had the worst defense I've ever seen. And I thought 2020 was bad. But it wasn't until the Chargers game that they got eliminated from playoff contention.
Yeah, same with my team. I mean, the last game on Sunday night was to determine
For the division, right?
to determine who won the division because the Steelers wanted to randomly lose to the Browns. So yeah, it's been very weird. But you know me, I like the chaos. So I didn't hate it at all. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We get some new faces in there. Shit, if you got you the right head coach, that's another thing that was proven to us this year. Yeah, when you pick the right head coach, everything goes right. Liam Cohen went crazy. Um, who was the other? There was the other coach who. Um, it's another. It's like two or three. Rookie head coaches who had really good records. It's Liam Cohen. Um, no, they're not rookies, but even the second year guys like Brian,
Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. I don't know why I keep saying Brian. Mike McDonald. He's been balling. Um, damn, I'm forgetting the other one. Um, I'm drawing a mean blank right now. But there's been a lot of coaches who had good years this year, coaching wise, they finally got the opportunities and you picked the right coach. I mean, going back to Liam Cohen, they almost didn't hire him because of Trent Baalke. He had to literally say, "Hey, y'all don't hire me." I mean, y'all don't fire him, I'm out. Y'all can't have me. They were like, well, fine. And they were like, oh, wait. Fine,
Trent
I'll
Baalke
get
being
rid
a
of him.
determining factor is just nasty, but hey,
Nasty work.
But look how it paid out once you believed in him. That man,
3 seed,
they had 3 wins last year, and they got 13 this
Excuse me.
year, I believe. That's a crazy flip.
3 seed behind a
But
fantastic defense, and that's with struggles coming from Brian Thomas.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a very interesting offseason regarding him, and then
yeah.
especially with the emergence of Parker Washington snapping like that.
Got Travis Hunter coming back off injury too. So
Hmm.
It's gonna be real weird.
before we get up out of here, because this episode gonna be super short, Dalen got to get to work, and then we just dipping our feet in the water. You know what I'm saying? We figuring out how this new pod's gonna work for us. But before we get up out of here, gentlemen, what are your quick thoughts on the 2026 NFL draft class?
Uh,
Um,
Coolly. I mean, I've personally, well, I would like not to like flex. I put these gentlemen down here, but I've been looking at these dudes and I've been scouting them probably since like October now at this point because I start watching the season. I know what my team needs. I start looking at what my team needs. So I've been scouting since about October. Um, I mean, obviously, overall, in terms of like, you can go, there are certain positions that's deep. I do like the cornerback class. I do like the safety class. Like, DB overall is really good. Linebacker's pretty solid. Edge is good as well. Like, it's a good defensive class in general. Sneaky underrated offensive tackle class. Um, it's just none of these names are like super, like, I guess you could say, none of them are like those bona fide, like, oh yeah, these dudes are gonna be a stud. Like, there's some defensive players that like, yes, they're gonna be a stud, but like, there's not a, I don't know. I guess you want to compare it to recent classes, like obviously just a couple years ago, Malik Neighbor. We were arguing who's wide receiver one between Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Roma Dunze. Like, and you had a fair argument for all of them. Now it's just kind of like, this guy's receiver one because of this guy's receiver one because of this, and Eh, I don't know. Then you had a pretty good running back class, I guess this past year with, not just Genty, Hampton, you had all those guys. And this year it's
Harvey,
like,
yeah.
yeah, Harvey. Yeah, you had a bunch of guys. Now it's
yeah,
like
Judkins
Jeremiah
was
Love, and
snapping
that's it.
too.
Judkins, yep, Judkins, Dylan Sampson was a quality backup. Behind
Mhm.
Judkins, Travion Henderson. Like you had a lot of guys. And now this year it's Jeremiah Love, and that's it. Really. That's kind of it. So this class isn't as deep. It's definitely closer to top heavy, but it's not that deep.
No, I'll tell you one guy though. Uh, especially obviously I mainly watching the edges, but I'll tell you one guy though who's trying his best to beat interesting random narratives that come out of nowhere, and it's Ruben Bang. That boy is wrecking stuff. So if y'all get a chance to, and it's because Dalen did a pretty good overview. I'm gonna just talk about some of the edges that you should go ahead and watch that are still in the playoff real quick. Obviously, David Bailey out of Texas Tech. He's also been doing really good in this playoff so far. Definitely keep watching him. And then Ruben Bain is another one who he has been changing games. I think Indiana also has a solid late round edge in Kamara. I think his name is Mikhail Kamara.
Yeah.
They have another
Mikhail
solid edge
Kamara.
in yep. So it's a lot of, I don't, off the top of my head, I don't think it's any Ole Miss guys. It probably is. I just haven't really got to them yet. But off of what I know from those three, especially those top two, because that's going to be the conversation of trying to figure out who you feel is edge one for some of these guys. And then even though he's not in, obviously, Reese is gonna also be a part of that conversation as well. But as of right now, it's really gonna be between Bane and Bailey, and I love it. They playing, they balling, they showing up when the lights is bright, and I love to see that.
As I'm recording this, y'all know me. I do quarterbacks and wide receivers. I don't know who my quarterback one is, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or I don't know if that's just a microcosm of what college football has become. Because I like Mendoza. I'm not a fan of Dante Moore as of right now. I think he needs more cooking. But what I can tell you for sure and for certainty is that this 2025 I said 2025. This 2026 wide receiver class. We talk all the time about flavors of ice cream, right? You got your Makai Lemon over here. Got your Cardinal Tot over there. You got you a Jordan Tyson up there. You got all kind of flavors, all different types of wide receivers.
Zachariah Branch.
Zachariah Branch. You know what I'm saying? Like you got all kind of guys that win in so many different ways. This is a really, really nice wide receiver class. Now, as far as guys that can legit be ones, that's where I'm kind of, but that's what it's been like the past few years. So, but man, this is a very, very fun wide receiver class. And like Dalen said, no real big stars in this class. But that's because they're all coming out next year in 2027. You know, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Arch Manning, it's loaded. Your guy from Carolina, Stewart, like it's loaded.
Cam Coleman, Leonard Moore, the cornerback out of Notre Dame. Oh, man, it's going to be
it's going to be it's going to break records for engagement. Everybody that's looking to get engagement next year is gonna go. We're all gonna eat because we're gonna have such a top heavy class as far as just names and notoriety. It's gonna be insane.
That 27 class might be touching. That might be 2011 level special.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But that's gonna wrap it up for the 100 Yards and Context podcast, man. We're gonna let Dalen get to work. And we're gonna keep working. We're gonna bring you this podcast once a week. Maybe we can work our way to twice a week, maybe, with our work schedules. To give you guys the best draft content we possibly can this cycle. We thank you guys, the people that are still subscribed, still watching to support it. We thank you guys so much. We know that it was rough for you guys to not have our draft coverage and our draft content this past cycle. I believe under the Jordan Tyson video, I saw your comment. I can't think of your name right now, but I just want to say I thank you, sir, for leaving that comment. It means a lot to know that even in our absence, you guys were still thinking about us. You guys were still wanting to see our videos, wanting to see our breakdowns, wanting to hear our thoughts on these amazing football players and their abilities. So we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And as always, if you like the video, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. We're back. We're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And just for the record, before we get out of here, just for the record, I am dropping 3 EPs this year. So if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know what I'm saying, y'all want to stream your boy.